Hello there. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Steve Whaley and I am the Head of Geography here at Kingsley School. So my aim over the next 4 or 5 minutes is to basically talk you through why you should be choosing GCSE Geography as one of your options. A lot of people that are my age and older maybe think that geography is about capital cities, flags, colouring in maps, and they might think, well, how can that prepare you for the world of work? You know, when you have to wear a grey suit and carry a briefcase and be boring. Well, of course, it's not just about colouring in maps, and the first part of my presentation is to explain to you about modern geography and why it's such an important part of the curriculum. First and foremost, it's about skills. Geography will not only teach you content, but will also develop lots and lots of skills. Obviously on there I've written a bunch of different things, but statistics, report writing, critical analysis, issues in the current climate. You could imagine that understanding issues, being able to listen to all sides of a story, maybe a little bit of more analytical thinking, problem solving are all really important skills, which makes geography such, as I say, a central part of everybody's curriculum. We will do fieldwork. GCSE Geography, there is some compulsory fieldwork, but employers like the skills that you develop when you complete fieldwork, creating sampling strategies, collecting data, making sure that it's all statistically significant, analysing that data, looking at evaluating your data and how you went about collecting that data. All of those, it's not just about being able to identify a beach or an oxbow lake. I think that's really important that we get that across. This is just a slide from the Future of Jobs report from the World Economic Forum. The skills that were needed in 2020. Now, I don't see anything on there about sitting on the sofa watching Netflix, which a lot of people did in 2020. But the top 10 skills that people needed entering the job market, every one of those is something that I will help you develop by completing GCSE Geography. It's really important. So getting a job is pretty important, and I've gone through all of the people that I used to study with at university, people that I know that have gone through geography GCSE, maybe even A-level and graduate, and these are just different jobs that it gets people into. Okay, it's not just about being a geography teacher. Okay, they are not that is not the only job you get by studying geography. Geography is a subject that opens doors. It's known as a facilitating subject. Okay, the Russell Group universities talk about geography and the other subjects you see there, your sciences, maths, further maths, English, history. They are considered to be facilitating subjects, subjects that go well with one another and ones that will open up doors to further study. Okay, so at Kingsley School, I've chosen to follow the Edexcel Geography A course. There are a number of different GCSE courses. This one is one that has both traditional geography, but also a lot of modern contemporary application of that geography. So, for example, the 3 physical topics that we study, the changing landscapes of the UK, there is some good geographical theory. We do learn about, river landforms. We do look at waterfalls and oxbow lakes, but we also look at flooding, and we look at flood engineering and flood management, and the same with the coasts. We look at coastal management. Weather hazards and climate change, obviously couldn't be more relevant going into the 21st century, but we'll also be looking at droughts, tropical storms, not just about climate change. And then ecosystems, biodiversity and management. Looking at close to home, we look at temperate deciduous woodlands, we look at the functioning of ecosystems, but we'll also be looking at tropical rainforests as well. There's a lot of overlap here with some of the science subjects. So geography supports your sciences. Sciences are obviously compulsory. Geography is one that will help support those, and vice versa. There are the human topics as well, changing cities. So we'll be looking at the growth of cities, the impact of cities, and then the issues within urban areas. So transport, waste, housing. And again, we'll be looking at the application of our knowledge to real world examples. So it creates geographers that are, you know, potential urban planners of the future, potential architects. Global development, we'll be looking at low-income countries, high-income countries, emerging economies. We'll be looking at the way in which the global economy functions. We'll be looking at trade and aid, and again, looking at some specific examples. And resource management, the final topic, is one that, well, we'll look at resources. We focus mainly on energy, so we'll be looking at renewable and non-renewable energies, the future of energy, and we'll be looking at the energy mix of different countries, and we'll be looking at energy security and how that potentially leads to geopolitical problems. There is a third section, which is the fieldwork. Basically, there is no coursework. The fieldwork is a compulsory at least 2 days. I try to do more because it's all the fun stuff, right? So we'll be looking at physical environments, so we'll probably do rivers or coasts, human environments, so we'll be looking at rural or urban. And then the last bit, it's called UK Challenges, and it basically takes all of these big issues and looks at it from a UK perspective. So transport, food, waste. We'll be looking at climate change with a UK perspective. And that's the bit where I always say you're thinking like a geographer. You know, really exciting stuff, really exciting topics. It isn't about colouring in maps and learning the capital city of particular places. I know lots of people think that that's what we do as geographers. We can do a bit of that as well. For me, it's about making sure that when you look at your timetable, you see that it's geography, say period 5, you need to go, oh great, it's geography. That's the most important thing, because if people look forward to a subject, they learn better. I open geography to everybody. I'm not selective. I think that everybody has an opportunity to succeed, and I'm very good at supporting those that might struggle with some of the literacy stuff, but I'm also good at making sure that I extend those that are super duper and are looking at getting, like, you know, the 8s and the 9s. So cool. The final slide is just my contact details. If you want to Zoom me, email me, if at the point in the future we can have a face-to-face, most of you in year 9 that are currently at Kingsley School will be able to contact me, and we can even chat in some of our lessons. But if there's any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I look forward to you choosing GCSE Geography. Bye for now.